Have you ever stopped to think about how much your life is shaped by invisible connections that transcend generations? The presence of your maternal grandmother exerts an influence far beyond what we perceive in our daily lives. Throughout our lives, her figure can deeply shape our destiny. As the mother of our own mother, she occupies a special and unique place in our journey. Even if some people may not have had a close relationship or intense bond with their maternal grandmother, this does not diminish the importance of that connection. Ignoring her influence could be a mistake, as the wisdom she has accumulated over her lifetime can significantly affect ours, from the conception of our mother, through pregnancy, to birth. The maternal grandmother begins to play a fundamental role. It is during this period that an invisible, yet powerful bond is created, capable of uniting generations and shaping the destiny of the entire family. Could the challenges you face today be connected to something that happened long before you were born? This connection, even if silent, has a direct impact on who we are and what we experience in our lives. Today, I invite you to reflect on this vital connection. It's not just about knowledge, but about accessing keys that may unlock the mysteries of our path. If you've ever questioned the events that occur in your life, understanding this maternal heritage may provide a new and profound perspective that traces back to the roots of your grandmother. By recognizing the value of this ancestral connection, we can find answers to many of the enigmas that trouble us. The wisdom passed down through generations offers a clearer insight into our own experiences and challenges. Learning from the achievements and mistakes of our ancestors gives us the opportunity to walk a more conscious and purposeful path. Have you ever wondered how your grandmother's story might be influencing your decisions today? Reflecting on the role of the maternal grandmother leads us to see her as more than just a family member. She is the link that connects the past to the future, a bridge that ties our roots to the creation of a richer and more meaningful path. Understanding this relationship not only strengthens our personal journey, but also reinforces the family bonds that unite us as human beings. It's easy to overlook the impact of this influence when we don't feel a direct connection. However, the strength of this presence is deeper than we imagine, affecting our lives in subtle yet powerful ways. Could that intuition you feel during difficult moments be connected to the ancestral wisdom running through your veins? I greet all the resilient souls joining us today, and I hope your day is filled with growth and expansion. Together, let's continue exploring the principles we've already discussed, diving into the power of the mind. Just as the influence of our ancestry shapes our lives, the power of the mind also plays a crucial role in what we manifest. Have you ever stopped to think that many of the problems we face today may have roots in something beyond the physical world? What if the challenges you encounter in relationships or health are not just yours, but part of a cycle inherited from previous generations? Often, we don't realize that everything we experience in the physical world, whether in terms of finances, relationships, health, or other aspects of life, is deeply connected to a plane beyond the material. This plane is what we call the metaphysical or quantum realm. Jesus of Nazareth referred to it as the kingdom, Plato described it as the world of ideas, and yogis refer to it as the mind. In modern science, it is known as the quantum world. Regardless of the name, the central point is that many of the problems we face today, whether economic, relational, familial, health-related, or professional, originate from this subtler plane. It's common to observe that some people face repetitive cycles of difficulties, while others seem to escape such situations. This happens due to deeply ingrained mental patterns and beliefs in the subconscious, which can be changed. The first step is to identify where these patterns come from. Often they are not ours, but inherited from previous generations. These beliefs and behaviors are passed down through generations, shaping how we act and react. Over time, these inherited patterns influence our decisions and behaviors, even without us being fully aware of them. Identifying these influences is essential for personal growth. When we understand that many of our blockages are deeply rooted in our family heritage, we create space for transformation. The practice of self-awareness and personal development allows us to question these patterns and eventually overcome them, replacing limiting beliefs with those more aligned with our true desires and goals. This understanding leads us down a path of deep self-knowledge. We are not merely victims of external circumstances. In fact, we are co-creators of our reality. By taking responsibility, we gain the power to shape our destiny, guiding ourselves toward a fuller life, rich with accomplishments. Now let's focus on the figure of the maternal grandmother. The bond we have with her goes far beyond what we commonly imagine. This connection is especially deep with the mother of our own mother. By understanding the essential role your maternal grandmother plays in your life, we begin to realize how this relationship can impact various aspects of your existence. Scientifically, it is known that a woman's eggs do not contain only the genetic material of her own generation, but they also carry information that will be passed on to future generations. This means that your maternal grandmother directly influenced the genetics that were passed down to you. This understanding changes our view of destiny, highlighting the importance of the female lineage and its role in transmitting traits and influences through time. When we reflect on the fact that, when your mother conceived you, she was already carrying the eggs that would originate your life, and that these eggs already existed while your maternal grandmother was still pregnant with your mother, we begin to understand the depth of this connection. This continuous cycle passed from mother to daughter creates a powerful bond that transcends generations and unites the past with the present. On the other hand, in the case of boys, this direct genetic transmission is interrupted and only resumes when that man unites with a woman to generate new descendants. This raises intriguing spiritual questions, especially in situations of adoption, where biological lines may be unknown or interrupted, leading us to reflect on the meaning and essence of family heritage beyond genetics. In many cases, we carry beliefs and behaviors that do not directly belong to our own story, yet they still shape our lives in significant ways. These patterns, often deeply rooted, can continue to influence us if left unquestioned. Keeping an open mind spiritually is important, but it is also crucial to approach these issues with discernment and clarity. A renowned hypnotherapist and author offered an interesting perspective on this matter through her research. She explored how traumas and experiences lived by our ancestors can be transmitted through the collective family unconscious. In her regression hypnosis sessions, many of her patients accessed memories not only linked to their past lives but also to their ancestors. These accounts revealed that unresolved emotions and behavioral patterns could cross generations, subtly yet powerfully influencing descendants. Thus, the influence of the maternal grandmother goes beyond genetic transmission. She carries not only the biological legacy but also the emotional and spiritual burdens of her ancestors, passing them on to future generations. The thought and behavioral patterns we inherit often reflect the challenges and triumphs experienced by our ancestors, manifesting in our lives in unexpected and impactful ways. When we understand the depth of this intergenerational heritage, we realize that it can be a key to our success or failure, whether in financial, emotional, or health-related areas. The influence of our maternal grandmother and our ancestors can be crucial in these aspects. This hypnotherapist emphasized the importance of recognizing this influence to break repetitive cycles and free ourselves from inherited patterns, thereby creating new possibilities for growth and freedom. The healing and transformation process begins when we become aware that we have the power not only to change our own experiences, but also to transform the legacy left by our ancestors. By taking control of this change, we open doors to a more authentic life, aligned with our true purposes, while honoring those who came before us without being bound by limiting patterns. Working with the subconscious involves techniques that reach the deepest levels of the mind, such as regression hypnosis and energy therapies, which help identify and release ingrained traumas and patterns. Understanding the role of the maternal grandmother as a bridge between the past and the present is a key piece in this healing process. What would you do if you knew that you could transform the lives of your future generations by changing your own story? Are you ready to discover how ancestral healing can free you and your entire lineage? As guardians of family memory, we can actively engage in transforming this legacy. By doing so, we not only improve our own lives but also promote healing throughout the entire family lineage. By integrating the teachings of Dolores Cannon, who investigated how family patterns are passed down from generation to generation, we gain the power to shape our own destiny. When we free ourselves from limiting beliefs and embrace a new reality founded on love and harmony, we begin a journey of self-discovery and healing. This transformation process not only positively impacts future generations but also brings light and liberation to past generations, uplifting our entire ancestry. It is crucial to carefully consider the influence that the family legacy exerts on our lives, especially regarding the living conditions of our ancestors. Think about the emotional and economic circumstances in which your maternal grandmother lived when she conceived your mother. These conditions may have been genetically imprinted and passed down from generation to generation, affecting not only family finances but also relationships and other areas of life. For example, if your grandmother faced difficulties in her relationship with your grandfather during your mother's pregnancy, those tensions may have left marks that manifested as divorces or complicated relationships in subsequent generations. Scientific studies show that DNA can be altered by the environment in which a child is conceived. A baby conceived in an environment of harmony between the parents tends to develop differently than one conceived amid conflict and stress. These genetic changes indicate that the emotional experiences of the parents during pregnancy profoundly influence the development of their children. The maternal grandmother plays a key role in this process, as she not only carries the genetic material that will be passed on, but also contributes to the emotional environment that shapes future generations. When this bond with the female lineage is maintained, it continues to manifest through the relationships of the children and their partners. Now, reflect on how these transmissions might be impacting different areas of your life. If your grandmother experienced a war, for example, this may have created a sense of insecurity that manifests in her descendants. Similarly, if there were difficulties in your grandparents' relationship, it may have created patterns of distrust that affect romantic relationships in later generations, leading to unconscious sabotage. Dolores Cannon, in her research on multidimensional existence, explored how ancestral traumas and patterns can be transmitted over time, subtly but powerfully influencing future generations. In this context, the connection with the maternal grandmother becomes even more significant. She acts as a direct link to the experiences and energies of previous generations. Her choices, challenges, and accomplishments are imprinted in the family's energetic field and can significantly influence the lives of her descendants. Through techniques like regression hypnosis, it is possible to access ancestral memories and identify inherited patterns that shape our present lives. Dolores Cannon documented cases in which individuals, upon accessing these memories, realized the influence of their ancestors' past experiences on their own lives. This leads us to a deeper reflection on the invisible connections that shape us, often hidden in the collective family subconscious. Recognizing these influences is the first step toward personal healing and transformation. By engaging in this healing process, we seek to free ourselves from patterns that no longer serve us, creating space for a more authentic life aligned with our true essence. This journey of transformation not only changes our own path, but also strengthens our lineage, allowing future generations to inherit a legacy of awareness, love, and balance. Have you ever felt lost, unsure of which direction to take, trapped in your own thoughts and doubts? These moments of uncertainty, where one question seems to lead to another in your mind, can be exhausting. However, there is a powerful truth you must always remember. Your soul knows your true essence. It holds the image of that version of you that is unbeatable, full of inner strength, and capable of overcoming any obstacle that comes your way. Whenever insecurity arises, remember that your dreams are closer than you think. What you desire so much is already within reach. You just need to open yourself up to the life you've always dreamed of. Your goals are not unattainable, and each small step you take brings you closer to that extraordinary future that is waiting for you. Moving forward means pressing ahead with determination, leaving behind the fears and doubts that sometimes try to hold you back. The most valuable thing is already with you, the key to making your dreams come true. That key has always been inside you, waiting to be used. All you need to do is recognize your power and put it into action. Don't wait any longer. Today is the moment to begin walking the path toward the realization of what once seemed out of reach. Today is the day when your new reality starts to manifest. You've made it this far, and that's truly something special. Throughout this journey, we've explored the depths of invisible connections that span generations, and I want to take a moment to thank you for staying until the end. This means that you, like me, are searching for something greater, something that goes beyond what we can see and feel in our daily lives. Now, imagine yourself as the guardian of a very old key, passed down from generation to generation, without anyone realizing the true power it holds. This key is the legacy of your grandmother, of your ancestors, and today, you have the opportunity to use it to open doors that may have been closed for a long time. By watching until the end of this video, you've proven that you're ready to take on this responsibility, to uncover hidden secrets, and more importantly, to transform your own life and the legacy of your entire lineage. If you feel that this path is yours, take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel. Together, we can continue this journey of self-discovery, exploring the invisible connections that shape us and the mysteries that mold our lives. Leave a like to strengthen this community of seekers, and most importantly, share in the comments what you felt or discovered throughout this video. Your voice is essential to keeping this flame of knowledge alive. Let's continue illuminating more paths together. It's no coincidence that you've stayed with us until now. Your curiosity, your hunger for knowledge, and your desire to better understand who you truly are have brought you to this moment. And that's powerful. It's as if, through each word, you weren't just listening, but also connecting with the wisdom that runs through your veins, with stories that shaped your path long before you were born. Know that you are not alone on this journey. The wisdom of your grandmother, and all the generations that came before her, walks with you. Just as she navigated her path through challenges and victories, now it's your turn to carry the torch and light the way for future generations. Thank you for being part of this story. Thank you for being here, for honoring your roots, and most importantly, for recognizing that the power of transformation is in your hands. Together, we are unraveling mysteries and rewriting destinies. Until our next encounter, keep exploring, keep growing, and above all, keep believing that your legacy is stronger than you ever imagined. And before you go, don't miss these 2 videos I've selected just for you. They are filled with deep knowledge and fascinating discoveries that you'll love. Click on one and continue your journey of self-discovery and quest for wisdom with the incredible content our channel has to offer.